Hello everyone, welcome back to a Born Again Original. I just want to do this video on cloning and this rapper Kid Buu because he released a little bit of truth here, and I feel like people didn't really actually look into what he was saying. I don't know if he either did a lot of research on Clonaid and cloning before the interview and just went in there to cause some controversy, get some followers, or if he's telling some weird truth here because, we've seen some things on this channel that there is some cloning involved, and Clonaid is it's actually a real company. So we're gonna watch this interview together, and then I'm gonna show you some things about Clonaid and the creator of Clonaid. All right.
Kid Buu, welcome to Vlad TV.
Hello.
Making a lot of noise recently, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like, everyone works towards that, that video that goes viral. And it looks like you have like a nice little handful of them now. You know what I mean? It's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, I got my hands a bit full now, thanks to these accomplishments.
He's a creepy looking guy. He is evil looking. Does anybody else just get that evil look from him? Creepy guy.
Got a few more extra things in my hand I didn't quite anticipate, but it all comes with the territory, I suppose.
Of course. So, where'd you grow up?
South Florida.
Okay. I guess you were born in Jersey?
Yeah. Originally, my first gen. I'm a second gen now. That's why.
So it makes you wonder, is this real? Or is he either, one, being used as a tool to expose this information to the masses before they make it come out as real? Or two, is he actually just trying to get famous off this? Or was he trying to get famous off this? Because this interview does have 3.6 million views. I don't think his career is going very well now, though.
You see the celebrity bursts say I'm born in Toronto, but that's false. My first gen was born in Jersey. However, I was cloned by Clonaid in Canada.
Clonaid. That's a big one there. It's a really interesting company because they were part of the first cloned person ever named Eve. Isn't that crazy? The first man that was created by God was called Adam, and the first clone created by a human being was called Eve. That's an interesting inversion, isn't it?
Model number is 0112568, if anyone wants to see the registration and Clonaid.
Okay. So then you ended up in South Florida?
Yep.
Okay. And what nationality are you?
Sicilian and Puerto Rican.
Okay. Sicilian and Puerto Rican. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that now.
Those are my two genomes.
Okay. So who's the Puerto Rican one? Who's the Sicilian one?
When I was cloned, they wiped a lot of memory, but when I stole the documents before escaping, I read that...
I feel like he's just putting this on here to just sell the story right now, but we're just going to go back a little forward. Fraternal twins.
And I guess you have a fraternal twin.
Yeah.
Brother or sister?
Brother.
Okay. So you guys, fraternal twins, is different from identical twins. So do you guys look kind of similar or not really?
I don't think anyone looks as similar as me.
That's a lot of why when you got into the Nazis doing experiments, why they're especially interested in twins is because there was cloning implications in that. So it's just interesting that he's mentioning a twin.
Okay. Okay.
Am I seeing this correctly? Does he have fangs? That's scary. Okay, this guy's telling me he's a clone, but he also has fangs like a demon. Dude, what is reality?
Are you guys real close?
Yeah, we're close. We're really close.
Okay. So, you were actually raised by a single mother?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Our mom
Okay.
was single.
Where was your father around during that time?
I don't know. Like I said, a lot of the memories from Clonaid were erased just so that way the new gen can move forward with whatever new programming was made.
They could even also be MK Ultra. They wiped the memory, kept single ones that they wanted, like maybe trauma, right? That is an implication of MK Ultra. Even it's just very interesting what he's saying.
Okay. And growing up in South Florida, was it kind of some rough neighborhood?
And he's saying this stuff without thinking, without like pausing, okay? So that's just really crazy to me.
Neighborhoods that you were in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hialeah, Opelika. When I first moved there, though, I was Miami Lakes, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I know that area. What do you think was some of the hardest things you dealt with growing up?
Witnessing friends' lives get taken.
We're gonna skip that.
Some of the other stuff was tough, but it was to
Be dead. Yeah, but no one wants to be dead.
yeah, right. Everybody wants heaven. No one wants death.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, you had a couple friends that you lost.
Yeah, not only
Violence.
not only to gun violence, but also like drunk driving. And
Yeah, you had a friend
that's
on-
big. That's big. Yeah, a lot of lives get taken, especially younger people. I didn't really feel anything. I didn't even go to a lot of the. I didn't really feel anything.
This is talking about him dying, I think. So hold on, I'm gonna go back a little bit.
I didn't even go to a lot of the funerals. I would just go to the wake and then just go and then leave. Cause if you let it, I feel like if you let it bother you, it's something that happens every day.
and then pass away, like, Aretha Franklin. Rest in peace. Yeah. I mean, I'm actually looking.
Shout out
I looked
Clonaid.
it up.
Shout out Clonaid.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually looking.
Shout out
I looked it
Clonaid.
up.
Shout out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, dying as a teenager.
Sorry about that. That was a little glitchy in my end. I'm trying to find the right time space. So I'm going to pause this recording while I do that. All right, we're back. Here we go. Got the right timestamp I wanted. You're just going to start talking about Clonaid, transferring consciousness, which is very interesting stuff, okay?
Like, Aretha Franklin. Rest in peace. Like, that is what's considered the norm.
I believe in a new norm now. I believe in a new norm of like through the creation and synthesis and DNA that we can live like immortal through clones and transfer our consciousness. I'm a living proof now.
A new norm, a new world order. Through science, through human enlightenment, through fallen angel technology, because that is what Clonaid is. They are worshipping fallen angels. Rael, or whatever, however you say his name, the founder of Clonaid, he actually had messages from an ancient alien civilization, which, as Christians, we would come to know as fallen angels, which are demonic spirits.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually looking.
Shout out
I looked
Clonaid.
it up.
Shout out
You
Clonaid.
could- What's that?
Shout out Clonaid.
Yeah.
Wow, did you see that? That satanic sign he threw up. He threw up, oh my goodness. Shout out to Clonaid, and he threw up the hand signal. This is unbelievable stuff. This must be MK Ultra. Hold on.
Through clones and transfer our consciousness. I'm a living proof now.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually looking.
Shout out
I looked
Clonaid.
it up.
Shout out
You
Clonaid.
could- What's that?
Shout out Clonaid.
Shout out to Clonaid. He's cursing people. Isn't that a cursing hand sign? If anybody knows what that hand sign is to the occult, I've seen it many times and I've had it explained to me many times, but if anybody knows for sure, please put it in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. Wow. So he's just showing more of his allegiance to Lucifer and the cult that he's representing.
Yeah. Well, you could actually, as soon as you die, they could actually freeze your body.
Well,
costs you
what
200.
happened with my first gen is they took the skull, because he initially had written in a will to the Raëlian movement that if something were to happen to him, they can ship the skull over immediately to Clonaid.
Raëlian movement. That is the religion, right? That is the religion that they worship ancient aliens, okay? And as Christians, if you're following this channel, if you're not a Christian, they are fallen angels. They were once in heaven, they fell to earth, they gave humans technology, okay?
So they could remove a fragment of bone that's located here. And in this fragment of bone,
I believe they call that the third eye, or they would call that, I don't know what that means. I think it's something to do with the third eye.
this stores all of your memories and consciousness. And with that, they can make a sufficient replica of yourself, a reproductive version of you, including your memories. And you can be selective as to which ones you keep or don't keep. This process has been around for quite some time. Like Dolly the sheep was cloned back in, I think, the late 70s, early 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
Dolly the sheep, yeah, I remember that. And they've cloned a lot of animals over the years.
Yeah, Clonaid, I don't want to say too much information. This is going to be broadcasted on the internet.
But I don't think they could transfer the actual memories, though.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's
You're living proof of this?
Yeah, I'm living proof. Except all the memories. A lot of them I don't have because of drugs and alcohol I abused as a teenager. So it's kind of like burning an MP3 CD, right? So let's say we don't do this. I mean, people don't do this anymore. But back in the day, you would bootleg a CD. You would need the original copy.
Interesting stuff. You're just letting this out to the public so that we are desensitized to maybe cloning in the future. Maybe Raëlism. They want people to look that up. They want people to follow that stuff. It's interesting stuff here. We're gonna go into, I think, some of his lyrics after this. Like, I think there's one song out of his lyrics after this, and then we're gonna go right to Wikipedia, and I'm gonna show you guys what Clonaid is and what Raëlism is and who Raël is.
You put it in, it reads the disc, transfers all the files. You have the same exact CD. It's the same thing. All the tracks, everything, every bar, every hit from every note, everything's gonna be on there. Now, if I scratch that CD, I may not be able to read all the files on the disc, making it impossible to transfer and make a new one, a new copy. I think it's amazing that they even were able to make Gucci Man.
Right, because they cloned him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Clonaid did. I'm pretty sure like that was done from a separate company, but a new one, a new copy. I think it's amazing that they even were able to make Gucci Man.
Right, because they cloned him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Clonaid did. I'm pretty sure like that was done from a separate company, but yeah, clearly.
Right, everyone was saying he was cloned as soon as he got out of jail. He looked different.
So I really feel like he was sent to this interview, expose half-truths, talk a little bit about it. I'm not sure like what to take away from this. All I know is that it's a real company, and that we're gonna see that.
Talk different.
Yeah, even his teeth, and a smile.
Right, he was smiling.
Yeah, like look at his teeth, man. That guy has fangs, bro. Like that guy's eating people, okay, or something. That's scary stuff, especially when you get into like, I'll show you like
Out a lot more.
Yeah.
lyrics from his music that are creepy, and I'll kind of explain my thought process when
He
we
did, definitely. I like
Gucci.
I like new Gucci. I like second gen Gucci.
Second gen Gucci. Okay, so Gucci was the first hip hop clone.
All right, I'm just gonna go and we're gonna go into the lyrics from his song. All right, so he did this song called "Death to SoundCloud" way back in the day. As you can see, it's him holding his dead head, I guess. Kid Buu, a demon. He's not from the human race. And now, if you're getting into like, the Watchers, they had children with human females. Their offspring spirits became demonic spirits, and they were meant to roam the earth. Okay, they can't go to heaven, they can't go to hell. They roam the earth. So cloning would be a way to create a body for these beings, because they can't do it the same way they used to, where giants would be roaming around maybe God put a stop to that, but they're making them look just almost exactly like us if this is the case. If he's actually a demon, like if he's not from the human race, that is what they're saying. Alright, and we're going to go to the Clonaid Wikipedia next. So here we go. Clonaid is an American-based cloning organization found in the Bahamas. Ties with the UFO religion Raëlism. And as Christians, we know those are demonic beings. Those are fallen angels. Those are beings that are meant to destroy us. They want to kill us as a species. So go down, company founded. You can see this is all real. And Kid Buu was shouting out the Raëlian movement. He was shouting out all sorts of things that someone who either didn't look this information up, or there's no way they wouldn't have known beforehand about these things, especially the founder. All right, and they were the ones to clone baby Eve. If you saw my other cloning video I posted, baby Eve was in there. And like I said earlier on in the video, it's interesting that they would invert Adam being the first man created by God and Eve being the first human or subspecies, maybe like clone species, being created by man. So the first man, the first woman. Clones are, yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. These occultists love to flip things upside down, so it's no surprise. I'm sure they could have chosen whatever gender they wanted, but they wanted to blaspheme God directly, in my opinion. Alright, we're gonna go claim that they're the human clones. There's tons of human clones, it seems. Wow, really? And just gonna scroll down this fast so you guys can kind of read it a bit. 2-year-old boy. Anyway, we'll go right into Raëlism. Alright. Now, that symbol in the middle, being a Davidic star, but also having the Nazi symbol. What I'm not sure what the root symbol is, but it was used in old cultures for a symbol of the fallen angels, because so many saw it as a sign of peace. The Tibetan monks have that symbol, and people believe that they hold the secret to inner earth, to where these beings actually live. I don't know. I don't think I believe that personally. Order of the Angels? Like, you gotta be kidding me right now. Order of the Angels, that's what they're called. Alright, so we're gonna go down more. Raëlism teaches that an extraterrestrial species known as the Elohim created humanity using their advanced technology. Wow. This is exactly what the fallen angels want us to believe. They want us to think that Jesus was nothing but an ascended master, that we are nothing. Go into the beliefs. Very ancient astronauts theory. The Elohim. Another medallion looks like a Davidic star. It makes you wonder if the Davidic star, I know it's not traditionally a Jewish symbol, so it makes you wonder if it's a very powerful magic symbol that they use to worship these beings. Smaller humans. Almond-shaped eyes. That sounds like a reptile. But there's lots of different types of fallen angels, I think, and they can shapeshift. The Great Flood was a narrative recounts an attempt by anti-human aliens to wipe out humanity. So they're trying to say that our loving God hated us so much that he wanted to wipe us out with a flood, when They leave out that the Nephilim were created and they had many beings that they had that were destroying the earth. They were destroying the resources. It wasn't just humans being sinful, it was because all flesh was corrupted and all DNA was corrupted with being messed with through genetics by these fallen angels. The age of the apocalypse and the Elohim's return. They believe we're living in the age of apocalypse or revelation. So it's funny how they try to take these new age terms and spin it, or take our old religion, they would call it, and spin it into like an age of apocalypse. We live in an era of advanced technology, and society will be tolerant and sexually liberated. That sounds a lot like human enlightenment. Like everybody only does things when we have to. Like people will not be having sexual intercourse just for fun. They'll be doing it only for the sole purpose of making children. They talk about how the Elohim will help constitute the third temple, and that's something the Antichrist will do. So we would look into the Antichrist as someone who maybe is half fallen angel or says he's half fallen angel, half human. That seems to be what they're setting up in this religion. Scrolling a little bit more so you guys can read it. And then I want to go look at the guy who founded this stuff real quick here. We're going to go with, what's this? Raël. Raël. All right. So they're saying he encountered an extraterrestrial. He changed his name to Raël, which is the messenger of the Elohim. We'll go right into the messages. He had an alien visitation on December 13th, 1973, in a secluded area within a French volcanic crater. An alien being came out of the craft that had descended gently from the sky and told him in French that he had come for the sole purpose of meeting with him. Raël said that the message was given by this alien, told that his mission was to pass this message on to Earth. The book states that basically they're trying to spin that fallen angels came here and they tampered with DNA manipulation. They're saying that, right? And they're trying to make it seem like a good thing. They're trying to make it seem like they care for us deeply, and you know what I mean? That's what they want. They want worship of these fallen angels in the end times for some reason. I can't quite put my finger on as to why, but I feel like they're going to be coming back. Raël decided to give up his automobile magazine Autopop that September, the last issue, number 34, was published. Raël devoted himself to the task he said he was given by his biological father, an extraterrestrial named Yahweh. So he's basically saying that he's a modern-day Nephilim. He's saying it's his biological father, right? And yeah, we'll just go to the Clonaid website, and I think maybe take a look at Kid Buu's tattoos, and that'll be the end of the video. Alright, and this is the Clonaid website. We'll go to history. Clonaid is the first human cloning company in the world. It was founded by Raël, as we were talking about. So basically, Clonaid is ran by a fallen angel cult that worships knowledge. And yeah, that's really interesting. We're going to look at Kid Buu's tattoos because he has multiple tattoos that are also esoteric and have ties back to ancient religions in Egypt. So as you can see, he's got that Raël symbol on I know he has an Egyptian hawk on him somewhere as well, like near his neck. See if I can find it. But yeah, I thought that was very interesting. Very crazy stuff that he would even have that tattoo and claim all those ties back to it. See, there's the Egyptian hawk under his neck there. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think that it's possible that these clones are vessels for demons? Like they're being created for the sole purpose of housing these spirits? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.